All right, Derek, well, I got to ask you. I mean, it's been a couple of months, but, last time out, you were classy after it with Anderson Silva, but had to be frustrated after that result, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely frustrating, When you go in a fight and you fight the fight, you get through the fight no matter how it goes. You go out there and lose, get TKO'd, you get TKO'd. But, when it goes to the judges, you want to definitely be on the fair side of things opposed to, just a crazy decision. So
That's why I wonder, what lessons you can take out of it. Because as you said, you get knocked out, you make some technical adjustments. You get submitted, you make some technical adjustments. You lose on a judge's decision that kind of nobody understands. What adjustments can you make?
It's just one of those things. You just got to get back out there and get your mojo back going. You can sit around and mope, which I've done a lot of, but it really doesn't help anything. So it's just a matter of getting back in the octagon and getting your flow back going and getting back to the fighter that you are.
They come to you with this matchup with Dan Kelly. I think in some ways it shows a lot because even though you've got the losses, he's got the wins. So I think that shows that they're respecting you and kind of match you on the same way. At the same time, it was kind of a matchup that I think nobody saw coming. So when they came to you with the fight, what was your thoughts on it?
Oh, I mean, I immediately thought of a tough guy, The guy keeps coming forward, and being that he's older and he's not really fast, he's not explosive, but he's one of those guys that can get the job done, I mean, he goes out and he beats young guys, he beats older guys, he beats former UFC champions. So you definitely got to respect the guy and understand he's going to be that guy just sticking around. He's going to be the tough guy,
Yeah. I wonder, is it hard to kind of focus and prepare for a guy that, I mean, if you're just looking at the guy, it doesn't look dangerous, you know what I mean? Or you can't point to anything where you're like, oh, Anderson Silva, the Matrix-like striking or whatever. Is it tough, I mean, to worry about getting a little complacent where you're like, I know I can go smoke this guy?
Nah, never complacent because, I like to think myself as a smart guy, and I understand why he's 13-1, why he's 5-1 in the UFC, why he's won 5 in a row, I know his reasons for that, He just don't show up in the octagon and just win fights, He's coming out in the octagon as an underdog every single time, and he's won, So you definitely, these are the type of fights that are more dangerous than the other ones, You got to make sure that you're doing the things you need to be doing in training camp and not forgetting it or underestimating the guy, because then, look at Rashad. I mean, you look in that fight, the first 2 minutes, everybody's laughing like, oh, Rashad's about to KO this dude any second. And then, as it go on farther, I mean, I'm looking at the fight. It was a split decision. I was like, wow, I thought it was 2-1, easy, Dan Kelly, So dude's going to be there, and I'm looking forward to that.
Talk about every fight in the UFC is important, of course, but is this one really important for you to just get those losses out of your mouth and to kind of move forward?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Before the Anderson fight, I was riding a nice streak. Then I fought Whitaker. I'm going out there trying to, It's funny because you look back at that time, I was up for a new UFC contract, and I was like, if I win this, when I win this fight, I'm going to make the UFC pay me a lot of money. And then I'm looking now, I'm like, maybe you should be more a part of the process than going out trying to get it done really quick. I think a good fight I used to always kind of talk about was the Kat Gonzalez and Ronda Rousey fight. How would that fight have gone? I think Kat is a big, strong, physical chick. I think I seen her. I was seeing her taking Ronda down and being able to ground and pound her. That didn't happen. She went out there and tried to get it done too fast. It never. And then a couple fights later, Ronda loses, and she loses again, and it's like everybody found out the Ronda or whatever, which isn't really how it goes. But it's like, what could have happened if you would have been more a part of the process? And that's kind of, I look back and I kick myself. I'm like, man, I was definitely chasing money. I was chasing, a title shot where I should have just kept the steady road doing what I've been doing, and probably wouldn't be in this dumb situation right now. But it is what it is.
Nice. Well, what's the focus now? I mean, when you see this fight playing out, do you feel like you're going to have to be ready for 15 minutes to grind with this guy, or do you feel like you can't go kind of impose your will and get something done?
Yeah, definitely. I can see myself getting a quick finish, or I can see myself going 15 minutes of grinding. And I think he mentioned, or he said in a couple of interviews, he's going to get me tired and finish me. I can grind pretty well, I think coming into this sport, everybody used to, I think my first couple of fights, people used to call me lay and pray, So I just been developing and being able to knock guys out and find openings, and sometimes getting a little bit too reckless, but I definitely can grind with the best of them.